What is good, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It's your boy Foxy. Welcome back to the Fox's Den. Getting into another reaction. It's Beautiful Monday. We getting into fucking Vinland Saga. New episode, episode 11, Kings and Swords. I'm very excited for this episode. See if we continue off where we left off with Canute, because we got a little bit of a both kind of groups of people last episode. We started off with Thorfinn and Einar. They've made a lot of progress. You can tell some more time has passed by. I mean, they've been working really hard. You can tell it in their bodies, and they're really well toned and shaped up because they've been working their asses off. They cut down the last tree. They've cut down all the trees that they needed to cut down. Now they just need to get rid of the stumps, till the soil, plant the seeds, and then wait for harvest. And then, you know, with that whole harvest, they'll be able to gain their freedom back and buy it back, as Petar told Einar. And that's what they were kind of talking about before Kethel showed up. And Kethel actually really respects their hard work and has realized how hard they've worked ever since they've gotten here on his farm. And he was like, you know what? I'm gonna give y'all a discount. You know what? Once y'all plant the seeds, y'all are good. You can buy yourselves back. They're so excited. I'm excited. I'm like, yo, this is lit. Like, what? They're about to be free, like, soon. Like, really soon. Because now they don't have to wait for the harvest. All they gotta do is plant the seeds, say less. But it comes with a catch. They gotta wait until Kethel gets back, which I hate how he said that. Or he said it right. He even had to say that. I wish you would just say, like, oh, no, you're good. You're good. Once you plant the seeds, you're good. And, like, let everybody else on the farm, whoever has, like, other control, like, maybe, like, his father, the old master, like, let them know about it, too. But nah. He's like, you're gonna have to wait until I get back. So he's going somewhere. We know he's going somewhere, and he says, you're gonna have to wait until I get back. So that just, like, annoys me, because I swear to God, if this dude dies, like, oh, man, it's gonna suck, bro. Like, I feel like some fuck shit's gonna happen, but we'll just have to wait and see. But the way he said that and when that sentence came up, it just gave me a weird feeling, like that kind of feeling like he might die or something. But that's pretty much where we left off from that encounter with Thorfinn and Einar. Thorfinn had a really big goal. Like, he's thinking about, like, is it really possible to rid the world of slavery and war, which is crazy to think about, because before he could much less care about himself, and now he's thinking about something really big and grand like that after living on this farm and you know, getting ready to buy his freedom back and learning a lot through Einar and you know, basically kind of finding a purpose in his life again. So it's really cool to see that he has a big grand goal like that, even if it's not attainable right now. Like, at least he's thinking about it. Like, I think that's amazing, and huge thanks for his character development in terms of, like, him having a purpose in life. That was really cool to see. And Einar and Thorfinn were kind of going back and forth on what they might do after the farm, and Kethel even offered them positions as retainers if they so feel like it, which wouldn't be a bad idea for Einar, because he doesn't really know what he wants to do. He doesn't really have any family back where he came from. He's worried about Arnaid, because he's, you know, obviously in love with her, and you know, is unfortunate that she doesn't have a deal like him. So he could stay on the farm and still be around her if that's, like, what he so feels like doing. And if he's a retainer, if you take that position, now you're getting paid to do the work that you do instead of just doing it for free as a slave. So very, very interesting stuff. You know, that's a good position and a good thing out of Kethel to at least offer that for them if they don't have anything really planned on where they want to go or what to do with their lives. And then Thorfinn is even thinking about maybe possibly going back to Iceland, which I would love to see, but we'll see. I don't know if he didn't seem too sure on it. Same thing with Einar. So yeah, that's kind of what we got with them. And then after that, the second half of the episode was primarily centered around Canute and how he went through travel to Denmark to visit his brother. We see that his brother's kind of ill and he's, like, on his last legs, you know what I'm saying? Like, a couple days left at max. And then we figure out, because he's starting to see, like, his father's head, I guess from, like, PTSD or just, like, you know, the curse of being the king, because he took it forcefully through killing his father, or Ashlad killing his father, but, like, they were in cahoots together, and then poisoning his competitors for England, and that's how he became the king of England. And now he's even poisoned his older brother Harold to become and gain the territory of Denmark as well. So he's going to be king of both England and Denmark. It's already confirmed. Harold's already said Denmark is yours. And he kind of smiled because he's like, damn, this is pretty easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been, what, a couple of years? And he's already conquered England, and now he's about to conquer Denmark as well pretty easily by killing his own brother, which is crazy. And it was a very cool to see the imagery of like the flashbacks and how his older brother was, like a very good brother, very kind to him, very strong, very dependable, it seemed like, and that's proven from the amount of help that he was sending Canute for the past couple years. So it's just crazy to see that he actually followed through with this, and you can tell it's definitely a heavy weight, because now, you know, he's getting taunted by the curse of his father, you know, this cursed head following him around, talking to him, and he kind of laughs at it, like, this is the only person I can talk to, frankly, now, is this fucking dead father's head of mine, because he can't really, you know, speak of actual truth to anybody else because he poisons people. And he's already paranoid about that too. Like, someone came to offer him a drink, he didn't accept it because he's already paranoid about that, because he's already taken out so many people with poison. So yeah, we'll see how far this goes with Canute, and see if it catches up to him at all. But so far, he's playing his cards very smart, even though it's a little underhanded. It's very, very smart. I mean, he's conquering. He's got both of these territories in less than like 5 years. England in less than 3 when he first became king of England. So he's doing a lot. He's very, very smart, but we'll see if it catches up to him at all, because like I said, it is a little underhanded, and it's kind of crazy that you're able to go through with killing your own brother. But regardless, it was very amazing to see the imagery of like the cursed head, and his father's head talking to him and taunting him, and it's just crazy, the imagery of it all, and what's kind of going through his head, I guess, through that curse, or like through maybe like his own PTSD. I don't know if it's a curse or just PTSD, but maybe a combination of both. But it's definitely interesting to see, and it was very shocking to actually get that information, like, you know, whenever his father's head started talking to him, like as he saw him in Harold's bed, like, what are you, like, how can you sit there and smile, and, you know, you get what you wanted, and you're putting on this show, like, you're the one that poisoned your older brother. Like, I was like, damn, this is, because I wasn't expecting that at first. Like, that was kind of a crazy twist, but god damn, it's crazy, man. But that was an amazing episode, so I can only imagine what we're going to get into in this episode. I'm hoping we get a little bit more of the Canute situation and see if he truly gets, like, his brother dies or whatever. Or maybe I'm assuming we'll get to check out what's going on with Kettle and where he's going. I'm assuming he might, it'd be crazy if he's meeting up. Oh, I think, actually, if I remember correctly, when I was editing last episode, I'm pretty sure Kettle said where he was going to, and I'm pretty sure he was heading to where Canute is, yelling or gelling, whatever. I'm pretty sure. So it seems like, yeah, this episode we might get into maybe Kettle and Canute meeting, which would be crazy because Thorfinn has already known Canute from when he was younger, and Thorfinn's on Kettle's farm. I mean, it's crazy how this all plays out. So I'm excited to see what this meeting might be like, or, you know, what Kettle's business is with going over to gelling or whatever. So I think that's what we're getting into. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the episode. If y'all enjoy it, please leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when the next one's coming. Let's get into it. Episode 11 of Season 2, Kings and Swords. Having a little duel. Where's this at? Is this in yelling or whatever? Oh, it's Canute, the one that fighting? Ooh, got him good. She's surprised because she's not used to seeing him like this at all. She kind of looks a lot like, obviously a lot like her brother Canute, but she kind of looks like Thorfinn's mother, Helga. Yeah, he's changed a lot. He's seen a lot, girl. Well, that is true, yes. Well, yeah, it's good that there's a little bit of a crowd kind of seeing this happen. This is a very good practice for him, that's for sure. Everybody's watching, and that's what he just said right there. Like, they're seeing how you're going to advance and act. Oh, he likes his sister? Taunted him. It's like everything he had. He's exhausted, and he also had to kind of trick him a little bit. Yeah, he definitely does wear a lot of armor, gloves and everything. He definitely looks like a fucking man now compared to when we first met him, that's for sure. Way more capable too. He would barely be able to do that or put up a fight and how he did back then. Much less look at the fight.
全体的な増税で対処するほかないでしょう。にしてもこれはデンマーク王位即位式の直後に大幅増税ということになりますな。こうなると逆にデンマーク国民の反発。
Yeah, I don't know if they'd like that. That's for sure. You raise the taxes, people are like, what the fuck?
しかし、その維持費はイングランド国内の税収によって賄われており。イングランド国民の不満を呼ぶ一因となっていた。
Yeah, they didn't like paying for Danish shit.
クヌートのもう一つのハントとなったデンマークから費用を捻出できない場合。
接収ですか。いや陛下、それこそいくらなんでも。
金がいるのだ。少々の無理は通さねばならぬ。増税によって国全体に不満の種をまく。
So he's talking about taking over farmland? Is this the direction that we're about to actually go in? Is he thinking about, is he gonna meet up with Keto and he wants to take over his fucking farm? That would be insane. Bro, that is going to be crazy if he actually goes through with that. Damn, what a late opening. Holy shit. Oh, man. Nah, that's going to be crazy, bro. Like, from the way he's talking, I mean, Keto has a huge farm, so if he actually goes through with that and takes over it, like, bro, nah, it's not going to be... They're not... Obviously, Keto's not going to be cool with that. Like, that's going to be forcefully taken away from him. Like, there's going to be bloodshed. And Thorfinn's just now becoming a new person and changing. Like, bro, I cannot, bro. This is already stressing me out, just the thought of it. Oh, man. Where are we getting into now? Is Ketil arriving? Oh my god, he's already passed? Wow. Yeah, he brought a lot of stuff from the farm. Oh, really? He serves him directly? That's crazy. I didn't know that. I knew he was under him, but I didn't know it was that close. Oh god, what the hell is he getting into, bro? Omar is not the brightest. Yeah, but... Yeah. Oh my god, he literally depicted the situation already. Oh, and there's an audience and everything too. Like, this might not go well for building a good relationship with the king if he happens to come across this scene. Bro, I can't believe he actually still acts like this after he, you know, experienced what he experienced through when he was supposed to kill Einar and Thorfinn, bro. Like, bro, oh my god, nah, like I can't, bro. He boasts his sword so much, but he doesn't even know how to use it. This guy has no idea what it's about to be a warrior either. Like, he's just taking advantage of him being a fraud warrior just because he has a sword. If this was an actual warrior right here in front of him, he would whoop his fucking ass. You're not either! Oh yeah, Kettle's got money, bruh. Kettle's got money, dog. No way! No way, this is his father? That's Leaf, is it not? Please mention Thorfinn that you've been looking for him, because Kettle knows Thorfinn. That's wild. What? No! Yo, come on. Please have a conversation with him. Both of their sons are, you know, trying to swindle their ways in their own like professions. Olmar's a shitty warrior, and Leaf's son was trying to swindle him for more money than he really needed. His name's Thorfinn? Okay, you already mentioned that. Okay. So wait, is this kid actually Leaf's son? I'm loving this. Yes, keep having this conversation. Not that far away, yeah, not on a boat, on boats like this, bro. Yeah, nah, it's gonna be a nice little journey. So wait, they're actually gonna meet up? Bro, dude, I don't want this episode to end. Damn. What are you gonna do? Are you just gonna travel with Kettle? That's the next best thing. That's because they already have information on Kettle on his big ass farm. He's going into this conversation that he wants to make a good relationship with Canute. But really, Canute's gonna propose him with something that he wants to do. Like, he wants to take over his farm, which Kettle is not gonna be cool with at all. Or he's gonna be shocked, really. Yeah, bro, look how much shit he brings and offers him. Is he just saying what he wants to hear? Because from what he was talking about with Gunnar is that he sounded like he wanted to take over his farm. Oh god. Oh god. What? Ah, I'm losing my mind. Bro, he is so dumb. He is so dumb. Oh.
陛下。
See, both of them were not even realizing him to get an actual chance, but nah, yeah, he's getting a chance. And watch, bro, he's never actually cut anything. Bro, he's just screaming. He's not actually cutting it, bro. Like, oh my god. Omar is something else, dude. Is he cutting it like it's a knife? Actually, like, that was like cringe to watch. I couldn't. Everybody is so underwhelmed. Like, that isn't, bro. Oh my god, and he's sobbing. I cannot with this guy. It's so annoying. Bro, I haven't heard this soundtrack in a while.
戦場では真っ先にああいうものが死にます。大いに使います。あの若者。
そうだな。使える。典型的なノルドの若者だ。それも愚かな。万民の平和のためだ。悪いが泣いてもらおう。あのケティルが
Bro, nah, this is crazy, bro. Canoe's going on some wild shit, bro. I cannot believe the way this shit is lining up, and the episode ends there, bro. Like, nah, I don't know. I don't even know what to say, bro. Like this. Oh my god, bro. I need like 5 more episodes right now, bro. Like this is insane. Jesus. Alrighty, guys. What another amazing episode of Vinland Saga. I mean, I can't believe what I'm witnessing right now. This is actually insane. So right from the beginning of the episode, we get, I think, right back into, where did we even start in the very beginning? I think we started with Canute kind of training with the captain of the guard. Obviously wearing a lot of armor. He's way more capable than he used to be, obviously. He's actually had some training beforehand and for the past couple years. Like, he can actually handle his own now. Even though he was kind of struggling a bit against the captain of the guard. I mean, that's kind of expected because it's the captain of the guard. Like, that's his job, is to train people how to fight and lead the people that are fighting for the guard. So obviously, like, he's even more talented probably than Canute. But Canute is still holding his own, and he actually distracts him. Like, so he's still using his wits within his fights, instead of just like going at it. Like, you know, like Thorkel would just be fucking throwing shit. You know what I'm saying? Canute is still very calculated and uses like his brain within a fight as well, and that's how he distracted him. What we were seeing in the very beginning is like, he kind of distracted him with like his sister, because apparently the captain of the guard, like, he noticed that the captain of the guard is maybe like paying a little bit more attention to his sister recently, like just by watching his actions. So maybe he likes his sister. So it kind of distracted him by that, like saying that, she's talking to another man. And so that's when he looks away, he throws a shield, and then he actually gets him to concede. And that's good because it's good practice for him, and it's also good for his presence as well, because everyone else was watching, all the other Norsemen and whatever. They were all watching and seeing that he's able to hold his own and still able to get the upper hand no matter which way possible, even though he does fight in his own kind of way. Like, most men like aren't too worried about wearing a shit ton of armor and whatnot, because they like, that's like, I guess, like the customs of battle. They want to feel some sort of pain, and if the pain comes your way, then just like embrace it or whatever. I don't know. So that's kind of what we got in the beginning of the episode. And then once he goes into the room with Gunnar to talk about like some of the ways that they're trying to create these funds, because he needs funds to satisfy the people of England, because his army is getting paid by English taxes. So to earn more funds and kind of even the playing field and not get complete discontent from the Englishmen, he needs to also make some more money through Denmark, which is now in his control. He needs to either raise the taxes on the people, which is also something that would maybe bring discontent with the people of Denmark. So he's trying to think of other ways to do it. And one of the things that was on the list is Kettle's farm, because it's such a big farm in the south that it makes a good amount of profit. And, you know, he's always been offering big amounts of food in whatever they produce from that farm to King Harold. He did that once again now when Kettle gets here to Jelling with Olmar. He brought another big haul with him to give to King Harold, but he didn't even know that King Harold was, you know, sick or, you know, passed away. So he's already passed. So he's like, okay, well, let me see if I can talk to King Canute and, you know, build a good relationship with him. And so that's when he asked Thorgel, like, okay, yeah, let me know if you can, you know, get me in a conversation or a meeting with King Canute. And then Olmar, obviously, he's doing his dumbass shit as usual, trying to be like somebody who he's clearly not. Goes into town, obviously starts a fight for no fucking reason with this other kid that's around his age. The kid has, you know, some like quilts or something that he's trying to sell, or fabrics or whatever, and Olmar, I guess, knocked into him, made him knock him down into this like mud puddle, so they're kind of like worthless now. And Olmar's just making a big scene as usual. In comes Kettle's father to diffuse the situation, stop Olmar from, you know, escalating things more, and he pays off the young man who had the quilts or the fabrics or whatever, quite handsomely too. It was way more than he should have been gotten, which obviously is why he accepted it. But then obviously his father comes. I don't know if this is actually his son or not, or if Leif is just using him as a way to get information or something, because the way he was sitting at the table and like the way they were kind of conversing with just each other one-on-one, it seems like it could be like just another slave he bought that he said go by Thorfinn so I can get information or something. I don't know. It would be interesting if it is actually his son, but that's one thing that I noticed that I'm kind of unsure of. It's kind of strikes me funny the way that they were talking to each other one-on-one. But he goes on to, like, you know, have a conversation with Kettle, and they're all sitting down at this table. I'm like, oh great, you know, Leif is talking to Kettle, you know. And as soon as he says that this boy, his son, is named Thorfinn, I was like, that's interesting. He named his own son after Thorfinn. And he's been looking for Thorfinn, so obviously he starts in his son Thorfinn mentioned, like, this is why I'm thinking that it might be just like another slave that he bought, because as he was asking the description of Thorfinn for Kettle, like who's out on his farm, like is he a slave, was he a warrior, is he from Iceland, he's fitting the description so far. And so it's kind of similar to the description of the kid that he's with right now, or that's right next to him that he's calling his son. Because it's kind of like blondish, dirty blondish hair, brown eyes, you know, same sort of description as Thorfinn. And that's maybe why this dude's name is Thorfinn, is because he's been buying slaves or looking for people in the slave market that, you know, fit that description. And that was the closest person that I guess he just didn't let him rot in slavery. So maybe he actually bought that person to help him out with this. I don't know. That's what it seems like to me, because that person, you know, his son was like, I don't know, it seems kind of like similar to my situation, so it might be like he already done this, he's done this before, and then he ended up buying this in this person, or his son, whatever. But anyways, the Thorfinn that Kettle was talking about is actually the one that he's looking for. So this is where Leif gets this good information, so he's like, you know what, let me see if I can take a detour and actually go down to Kettle's farm and confirm this for myself. But the guy that he's with is like, nah, 10 days, that's way too much of a turnaround. What if the winds and weather gets too cold where the seas freeze over before we can get back to Greenland and Iceland? Like, he's not with it. So maybe he ends up traveling with Kettle to go back there. I don't know. But that's where we're kind of at with that. So it, like, the Leif is very, very close, and that's why I was really enjoying this episode, and I wish it didn't end. But anyways, get done with that, and then we finally get to the meeting with Thorgel, Kettle, and Olmar. And Kettle and, you know, Canute have a pretty good conversation of what it seems like. Like, Canute literally just told Kettle everything that he wanted to hear. So Kettle is like very, you know, like he's a very non-confrontational man, and he heard what he wanted to hear. So he's gonna take that as, you know, he's gonna take that at face value and believe him. Whereas, you know, Canute, on the other hand, he's trying to just wrap him around his little finger, and he's gonna fucking ruin his goddamn life. As from what it sounds like, as we saw at the end of the episode, because he told him everything he wanted to hear. Like, oh yeah, I wouldn't change anything from my father or king or brother's intentions. Please continue to do what you're doing with your farm. And Kettle was like, oh my god, thank you so much. Yes, we will continue to do that. And then that's where Olmar's dumbass stands up. Bro, I was literally cringing right there. Like, that shit was so annoying. He stands up, he's like, oh, can I please be like under you, like in the guard, like alongside my brother? And then Canute asks him to see like how he can handle a sword, and so they put like a freshly like I guess pig in front of him to cut or to slice. And instead of actually slice, like this is how you know like the sword is just for show. He doesn't know what he's doing. He starts cutting it like a fucking like it's like a ham, like he's about to eat, like it's a knife. Like no, like you have a sword, bro. You can just. So he has no idea what he's doing, and that's exactly what Canute's plan was to show off, is that this kid has no idea what he's talking about. He's not a warrior, he's foolish, he's dumb. Classic young man that has no idea what he's doing when it comes to being a warrior. But that's how they see him useful, because they feel like they can use him. So they might actually end up bringing him under their command, because they already got Thorgel, which is like right under Canute. And then they bring Olmar, which is a stupid young man, that they can use freely, and I guess kind of guide them to where the farm is. And then once they do that, they're going to literally take it over. And this is going to be so interesting to see, because, you know, Canute is being very merciless with his decision making. Yes, it's very smart decisions, and he's doing this to make more money, but it's very ruthless. It's very ruthless, and I'm going to be very curious to see like if like Einar and Thorfinn are still going to be present at this farm when this happens, which is, it's looking like it's going to be like that, and what Thorfinn is going to think, because he's already known Canute, and the fact that he's going to be the one that's taking over this farm with his army, like, nah, bro. After all of this character development and how he's, like, vowed to not produce violence anymore and be a better human, like, nah, bro. This is going to be crazy when they collide again, and, like, just like those two varying thoughts of life. Like, Thorfinn is trying to become a better man and not do that kind of stuff anymore. And Canute, on the other hand, he's being very smart as a king of both of these territories, but also being very ruthless in the fact that he will take over whatever he has to produce funds or, you know, whatever, keep control of what he has under control. Like, oh man, this is gonna be crazy, bro. And then it seems like Leif is gonna figure out how to try and get there at some point too. So it seems like everybody's gonna be in this one spot at Kettle Farm, and hell's just gonna fucking break loose. That's what it seems like. Kettle's gonna be devastated. Leif is gonna actually see Thorfinn, but shortly after that, there's gonna be this huge battle, or this huge like army coming to take over shit, and just chaos. Einar and Thorfinn are gonna witness their fucking hard work down the drain. So hopefully they get back and at least already have the seeds like sown or whatever in the ground, because if they don't even get a chance to do that yet, and the army already comes and fucks shit up, then that is just the worst timing, the worst luck, just so fucking sad in terms of Thorfinn and Einar's perspective. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Thorfinn, like, he's on this vow to renounce violence, but dude, there's only so much fucking bullshit you can take, and that is like something that is really high up on the list that would piss anyone off to the point where they're ready to take on anybody with violence again. Like, what? Like, you're this close to buying your freedom back, and you did all this hard work on this farm, and you're proud of it, as well as the master of the farm. Like, he's proud of his huge land and farm that he has, and it's just gonna be stripped away from him. Like, bro, after being told that you're allowed to keep like, please keep doing what you're doing, like nothing will change, like literally lied to. This is going in a crazy direction, bro. This is gonna be wild, man. I'm really enjoying this. That was an amazing episode, and I wish I had like 3 more or 5 more to watch, because the point that it's at right now is just like, I just need more. It's so addicting. But I think that's about it. So let's go do it for me. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please leave a like down below if you did. Comment. Let me know what y'all are thinking. Subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you know when the next one's dropping. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all be good. Deuces.